they will always have this very poetic way of expression. Verses of Quran recommended dhikr. It's called dhikr also or zikr, both. Okay, and it says those, like there is a translation, Surah 13 ayat 28. Those who believe and whose hearts are satisfaction in the remembrance of Allah, for without doubt in the remembrance of Allah do heart find satisfaction. It's there even in the Quran, and they follow this, and it's nothing but a sort of a remembrance, like you talk about God, and in Sufism it is followed quite a lot, where they do this along with their dancing music on the, so it is how we have a satsang, but there it's not a satsang, it's a remembrance. हम लोग हमारे,
Poetical rendition.
yeah, you can have a poetical, you can have a phraseological, you can have a, it's like just remembering the Lord. You see, most of the satsangs in other places, what they do is they have
Bhajan,
a,
Kirtan.
yeah, they have bhajan, kirtan, they have dancing, singing, all those things are happening. What do you die? So anything like this,
Any activity directed towards God.
yes. So that's what it is. Yeah. Any questions as of yesterday, or no questions? Hmm? Hmm? बोलो. No. No questions, huh? Very good. Oh, Raj is reading it.
No, I'm something popped up, so just
Popped up. Pop star.
கதிரவுல இல்லையா?
Can you see?
people tree.
People are.
People are tree.
People. You, me, Rito, everybody is peoples. People tree, no.
Okay, people are.
Yeah, Senthil is there now. You just get. There is Senthil in this. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Senthil. I sent a note to Satya on Facebook. I know it must have been very late in the night. So, anyway, when she gets it. The man.
The hands are disproportionate. Arms.
Nice. I should be artist, no?
You are artist.
Huh? It's a people tree now. Yes, people and tree. What is that disturbance? I know you can't see that side. Can you see that side? No. So, Brito, what is this called? Yes, it's called a tree of life. This tree of life is there even in our Bible, rather the Hebrew texts, and it's there even in all the ancient manuscripts that you can find from the Vedas to the Shastras to uh, Quechuas also, by the way, and you will find even in Christianity or Judaism. All these religions also have. I hope we are not gone. We're supposed to go, no? One sec, one sec. Let me just find out. Okay. Who is this?
That night.
Where is the key? She was supposed to give me a key. Where is this fellow? Chandra! Oh, Chandra! वो अच्छा अम्मा किधर गया क्या बाहर? वो परी है क्या इधर? कौन है परी है इधर? कोई भी नहीं बंद करके गया.
She's locked it.
अच्छा.
She's locked it in.
Oh, she's supposed to give me my key. Now we are jailbirds. We are going to be stuck up in jail. Okay. Okay. We'll do this while we are. It's called the tree of life, or in uh, in the Bhagavad Gita also we are going to do a chapter today. It is the supreme divine being. He looks like that, is it? Very funny he looks. So we are going to do that, and it's called as a man upside down or a tree upside down. It's reversed out. Why is it reversed out? Because the roots are on top. The roots are going to be on top, and the leaves are going to be below. So it's a way of how this universe evolved from the roots to the leaves. This chapter is going to teach us about that. So should I start or should I wait for some more time? I can begin, no? Okay, this is chapter 15, verse 1. Okay, Sri Bhagavan said, "He who knows the pipala tree in the form of creation, which is said to be imperishable, with its roots in the primeval being God, whose stem is represented by Brahma, the creator, whose leaves are the Vedas, is the knower of the purport of the Vedas." So, this is called the pipala tree. It's a representation. There's a representation, like you said, no. It's a pin. क्या बोला राज ने? कौन सा झाड़? People tree. It's not a people tree actually. It's a representative, just a representation of the tree. Now you think about it, what kind of tree is there where the roots are going to be up, the tree is down, and there are branches which are going to hang all over the place, like this, in the reverse direction. This doesn't apply to the Newton's law of gravitational law. This is ulta law. Gravitation का सब ulta law है. So how this tree looks like, we will slowly delve into it. But just now we will just take the chapter as it comes. So he says, he who knows the pipara tree is a form of creation which is said to be imperishable. This is an imperishable tree. What began can never end. So there is in the previous chapters he has said that everything is perishable. Then where do you think does this tree come into the picture? Remember, in all the previous chapters he was talking about things which are going to not remain. They are just going to keep on perishing time and again. So where does this particular tree come into the picture?
Nature.
So that means this tree is somewhere else. It is something which we cannot correlate in this Prakriti. It cannot be correlated to the created world. Then that means this tree must be something which is not of this domain. That means things which are existing in this material world, it is not at all a part of this domain. So it is beyond this domain, beyond this material realm. So let us see how he says, which is said to be imperishable, with its roots in the primeval being God. Now think about it. These roots over here, they are in God. This aspect is very important. Remember, this is an example which is set forth in this. There is no such tree in existence. It's an example which he is giving. And the example is followed by literally everybody in this, in religion. Every religion follows this example. In their case, they may discuss it as completely different. And over here, he says the roots are in God alone. If the roots are in God and if the tree is outside, then how can it be imperishable? The imperishability of the tree is this. It's because it is not the way you look at a tree. If you think of a tree, how do you look at a tree? You look at a tree in the form of it has got leaves, it has got branches, it has got stem, it has got roots, it's got all sorts of things. No, he's talking about something completely different. Like I said, we will explore it slowly. I don't want to suddenly, open it for you because we need to follow what he says very, very carefully. Its roots are in the primeval being. Primeval means
First.
yes, right in the beginning. So, if there was a beginning, that means something has begun there. If there is a beginning, then there has to be an end. Then the tree is perishable. So the tree is not outside the primeval being. Did you get this, what I said? It is not outside. The whole thing is inside only. It is like if I ask you just now, what are you thinking of? And you will say, oh, I am thinking of having a cup of tea. Now ask yourself, where is this thought or where is this thing in your... So you will say, it is in my mind. Where is your mind? You cannot say. So can you say the mind is here, the mind is here, the mind is here, mind is here? Why? Because you want to drink tea, so the mind is in your stomach or what? Again, there is a very big problem which we face. Just in the same way, we cannot address where this object is. Can I say where the object is? I cannot even pinpoint where the object is. So I can only say the thought has appeared within me. Where it has appeared within you, I can't say exactly where it is. Some people will say it is in my brain. Brain is a processing organ. You can't say it has appeared in the brain. It's just a processor. So it has appeared within. So here the primeval being, it seems as if the roots are appearing in this. Appearing in this. It is not as if they are there. They are just as if appearing. Matlab, socho. Think. This chapter is for understanding. To know and understand how this creation, the way things move about in the world. Just like I said, I need a cup of tea. The thought appears. The thought has to bear fruit or no. So in the second line, how does he go about it? With its root in the primeval being God, stem is represented by Brahma the creator. This is by Brahma. Now think, now the projection is happening outside of us. Projection happening outside means what? The thought has appeared, the roots are laid out, and now the stem has to come in place. What the stem is? I have to go to the kitchen to make a cup of tea. So Brahmaji is the next source which comes into the picture.
As action.
Yes, he is very much Rajasic in nature. That means it is leading towards something. The moment you say, I want to have a cup of tea, the next step is, can I go and make it? So the thing that appears over there is, I have to go and make it. So can I go to the kitchen? Can I take a glass of water? Can I put it off for boiling? Can I put the tea leaves? And so on and so forth. So this is action orientation. So the second step is Brahma. This is stemming from, that means the roots are giving off something which in turn has to give a stem. Let us try to understand how the tree grows. Have you ever seen a small, methi or some such seed which you plant at home? I'm sure, many people, when we were small children, we planted some seed and we waited for it to grow. Dhania, something. And then, the first 2-3 days, nothing happens, we just try to dig the place up and try to remove it out and see, oh, what is this? Nothing is happening or what? So what appears is firstly this side. The roots have appeared. So now understand this. Everything begins from the seed. The seed creates the roots, right? So that means what? The beginning of mankind was as if in a form of a seed. Or as we call it, an egg. Correct? So Brahma's egg. Brahma's egg. So Brahma's egg is called Brahma Anda. Anda. So the egg created, on one side the roots appeared. So we find that when the small tiny shoot appears, the shoot will appear and then the leaves will appear. There is a system which is followed. So the stem appears. The stem, very tiny stem will appear. Later on, it will become a very, very big fat stem. So here what happens is, this is represented by Brahma, and the leaves are the Vedas, is a knower of the purport of the Vedas. So here everything has been chalked out, and the one who understands, there has to be somebody who understands all these things, right or wrong? And we have to have a knower of the Vedas. So this is the third line. So like I said, we will go slowly into it. Now how does this tree grow? Fed by the three gunas and having sense objects for their tender leaves, the branches of the aforesaid tree extend both downwards and upwards, and its roots, which bind the soul according to his action in the human body, are spread in all regions, higher as well as the lower. In many chapters, one line suddenly appears which tells you everything is happening within you. This is one very important line where it is telling you nicely, all this is happening within you, not outside of you. So don't try to search for some tree outside. बोला वो बुद्धिज्म में बोधि ट्री के नीचे बैठा था, उधर मैं जाके बैठता हूँ, शायद मेरे को कोई रूट्स निकल जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है. न्यूटन के जैसा झाड़ के नीचे बैठेगा तो एक एप्पल गिरेगा टम करके, लेकिन जैकफ्रूट के नीचे मत बैठो. नहीं तो एक बड़ा ये आएगा इधर. So the thing is, all this is appearing inside of us alone. If you go through the Bible also, it says the tree of life is within you, not outside of you. So don't try to search for some tree of life. Now we will take one small understanding of how this appears. Garden of Eden. Now these are some things which we have heard, no? There's a Garden of Eden. There's a tree of life. Okay? In the Garden of Eden are these two characters called Adam and Eve. And there is also the snake. And there is also the fruit. Okay? It looks like an apple. After that, they go and eat the fruit, and then they are thrown out of the गार्डन ऑफ ईडन. सोचो क्या स्टोरी है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता. बोला गार्डन ऑफ ईडन है किधर सबसे पहले. दूसरे ये एडम इन ईव बोले तो कौन है. एंड थर्ड वी से देयर इज अ डेविल आल्सो इन्वॉल्वड ओवर देयर. मतलब गार्डन ऑफ ईडन बनाने का पहला उसमें डेविल आके पहला बैठ गया. सोचो. Before you have eaten the fruit, he is already existing. Have you ever thought of these things? Again, eating the fruit, you fall into sin. Eating the fruit, you are falling into sin. And once you fall into sin, you are thrown out of the Garden of Eden. मतलब गए भाड़ में तुम लोग, अभी इधर रहना ही नहीं. चलो. Think about it. What is the Garden of Eden and where did it all begin? The moment the fruit got eaten, they had to leave. If you remember, we were talking of the yugas. Remember the yugas we discussed? Everybody was sattvic in nature. I said, no, first yuga, everybody was a realized person. Being realized, there was no question of rebirth and there was no question of death also. There was no death also, no?
No karma.
No karma accrual, nothing happening. Suddenly one fine day, somebody believes that they have to do something. who is this great fellow who is there in us? The devil. Devil starts with the letter MIND. दिखता है क्या? नहीं दिखता है. मैं दिखता नहीं हूँ, अभी वो दिखता है. So the word devil can be very simply put. He was already existing. And what was existing already in us? It was the mind, which can tell us all beautiful stories. And it will also tell you क्या हो सकता है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, और कुछ नहीं हो सकता, उतना ही होएगा. बोला गॉड ने बोला है कि इतना ऐसा खाने का नहीं फ्रूट, खाने का नहीं फ्रूट बोला तो माइंड बोलता है come to me, eat my fruit, eat my... The fruit is called action. Action. What kind of action? Motivated action. And who is the one who can make us have motivated action? Only the mind, isn't it? If you look at it, the mind already existed before, when Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve means who? Okay. When they existed, the mind also existed. Right or wrong? The mind already existed. Action had to be performed, which was called a motivated action. Motivated action always leads us to the fruit. Every motivated action is supposed, there is always a fruit associated with the motivated action. Correct? So in our world, if I have to get a job, I need salary for it or no?
Take up a job only for salary.
Yes.
You get into business for profits.
Correct. So everything is motivated by this. So it's a motivated action. And once you do motivated actions, you fall into the loop of karma. Can you ever get back into Eden once again? एक कर्मा किया, उसके बाद तुम कभी जाएगा वापस उधर एडन में? Eden means immortality, isn't it? Immortality, whereas, now think about it, the sages were immortal in nature. They have nothing to look forward to except pray to God, live in that Garden of Eden, enjoy the fruits over there, which are not these kind of fruits, but enjoy the place over there which God had given. But this character called mind existed in that person. It always points out towards motivation. It tells you, do this, do this, do this. Motivation is termed as enticement, isn't it? Some sort of an enticement is it, like a hook. When you want to fish, you have the hook, line and sinker बोलते हैं ना हम लोग, डालते हैं वो, वैसा. So every action that is motivated by desires. Motivated by desires. All actions that are motivated by desires, any kind of desire, and all actions motivated by any kind of desires is going to lead us to karma, isn't it? Karma in our world is called sin. It's not actually a sin, but we say. Why? Because it is keeping us trapped into this material world constantly. Isn't it? I just raised this thing slightly because there is a problem. ठीक है अभी? So, coming back to the tree of life. So, there is a tree of life. So, what is this tree of life? Which from which there was this apple or this fruit was hanging. The tree of life is supposed to be inside of us. Okay. The fruit is called the desire. You remember this verse coming once before? There is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita where he says, the desire is the fruit. Okay? You recollect? There is a line in the Bhagavad Gita. So now you can correlate it to this biblical tree. So within us, a lot of desires spring up. They keep on coming up as I want this, I want that, ये करने का है, वो करने का है, ये खाने का है, वो पीने का है. And the moment you eat the fruit, that means you want to fulfill that desire. That desire is going to lead you into karma, which is basically what we call as sin. So how does this desire lead us into sin? Let us see in this chapter. So first, let us see how this is. Fed by the three gunas. Yesterday we did the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. You can move from Sattva to Rajas to Tamas to Rajas to Tamas to Sattva. You can keep on shuttling back and forth. It's like a Sentosa ka train, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Just going up and down. Or you have these airport transfers, no? Terminal 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 चलते रहता है.
Even city driving is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
बस वापस उधर ही लाके छोड़ता है. The same way Sattva, Rajas and Tamas is motivating us. So the gunas are motivating us. Remember this, how do the gunas act within the gunas? I said yesterday we were talking, how do the gunas work? The gunas work within the gunas. We took one example of three glasses, one containing X, Y and Z, three different liquids, and how does it motivate an individual? So if the Sattva is rising, he may just go for the Ganga Jal. If Rajas is rising, he will go for that which is going to give him energy, power. And the third one will go towards that which will give him lethargy, sleep and all those things. So the three type of people are there, fed by the three gunas and having sense object as their tender leaves. The tender leaves are supposed to be sense objects. We have done this sense objects, we have done this before. So I don't want to repeat it again. So please understand the three gunas which are the motivational factor. The sense objects are there in this material world which keeps on leading from one to another to another. The branches of sense objects for the tender leaves, the branches of the tree in the shape of different order of creation extend both upwards and downwards. How do they extend? Remember again one very simple thing I said, both ways. It can lead you up and down also. You remember this thing? Any action can lead us up or can lead us down. Both ways it can lead us. How it can lead us? When you are in a depressed condition, when somebody has said something to you, do you find anything interesting in your life to do? No. You will find the whole world is bleak. The whole creation is as if it is going to come at your throat. It wants to murder you. It wants to kill you. Everybody is against me. You find that everybody is plotting against me. Okay, I am the center of the attention of everybody. As if the whole world is after my life. अगर माँ बाप ने कुछ बोला, भाई बहन ने कुछ बोला, देख देख कैसा बात करता है मेरे बारे में, just because I am in this condition, that's why he is talking to me, or my mother and father are talking to me, or my wife is talking to me, or my husband is talking to me. यही चलता है ना. You can't see anything right in this world. But when you are in a very happy state of mind, you want to go out. Then the whole world looks so nice to you. Hey, today is such a lucky day, Today in the morning I got $10. It was lying on the floor. लिफ्ट ने मिला मेरे को. बोला अच्छा. हाँ, you know today when I went to the office, my boss said, "Oh, you look so beautiful." आज तक कभी उसने मेरे को देखा नहीं, लेकिन आज देख के बोलते you look beautiful. मैं राजश्री का एग्जाम्पल नहीं दे रहा हूँ, ऐसा मैं बोल रहा हूँ खाली. राजश्री का बॉस ऐसा कभी बोलेगा क्या? नहीं ना, चलो जाने दो. So
I don't even want compliments from that moron.
so anyway, coming back to this, think about it. ये चलते रहता है हमारे लाइफ में. We just keep on seeing everything in the bright side of life. Otherwise, the whole world is after us. Maybe they want to murder us, they want to kill us, they want to show नीचा दिखा रहे हैं, देखो मेरे को. So both these are driving upwards or downwards depending on which is prominent at that point in time. Alright, so like that, the roots are going up and down, the leaves are going up and down. Understand? This is how the tree is growing, both sides. And its roots, which bind the soul according to its action in the human body, are spread in all regions, higher as well as lower. Now the roots, it is so embedded. Now, how does the tree look like? Think about it. बोला रूट्स ऊपर भी है, नीचे भी है, अंदर भी है, बाहर भी है. लीव्स इधर है, उधर है. बोला एक स्टेम भी है बीच में. तो दिखता कैसा रहेगा झाड़? Don't try to stress your brains in it. उसका भूता बन जाएगा. Better not stress it. Just think about it as how it would look inside of it. It looks like a toilet brush from what I can think of. Yeah. है ना, वो ऐसा डंडा ऊपर रहता है, नीचे ऐसा उसको राउंड रहता है. The imagination is going wild. Raj, come back. Why, what happens on this? Raining outside, huh? No. So okay, I'll rub this, then we will come back to this slowly. So, when all this happens, the roots, you remember, the roots are all that which holds up the whole tree, correct? Here the roots are up. That means they have come from somewhere completely different. Yet, the roots are also growing. The leaves are also growing. The fruits will also come at a later point in time. So, everything is growing. What kind of roots grow in us? Roots, what kind of roots grow in us? Roots are nothing but the kind of tendencies that we have. The trappings that keep us in this material world, isn't it? The tendencies and the karmas that we keep on doing continuously, are they not embedding us back into this material world? So think about it. If the tree is growing within us, these are pulling us down constantly. The nature of the tree of creation does not on mature thought turn out what it is represented to be, for it has neither beginning nor end nor even stability. Therefore, felling this pipala tree, which is most firmly rooted with formidable acts of dispassion. Krishna is very nicely discussing about this. He says, here I am describing you a tree. It is there right from beginning, yet it is not there. So it is there and not there. It is there and you got to cut it. Very confusing statements. Next time you meet Krishna, you please ask him, what is this he is talking about? One of the most important things that holds us back is called imagination. We have been gifted with imagination. So Krishna is asking us to have this vivid imagination while thinking about this tree. How it is going to be. how it is trapping us, and what is it that is the most important thing for us to do so that we can cut the tree off. You need to think about it carefully. I'll just give you one example and then we will slowly proceed along the way. A young boy comes out of college. Okay? When he comes out of college, he has done really very nicely. What is the thing that happens to him? He wants to have a good job. When he has a good job, what does he want to do? He wants to earn more. He wants to rise in his career. And when he rises in his career, what is the next thing that comes to the mind of that person? Can I get married? Can I settle down? Can I have a house? Can I have a car? Now think about it. How many branches it has grown? Just the idea that you have come out of college and you have got good rank makes you think, with the power of imagination that is vested in you, you can drive yourself nuts thinking about all possibilities in the world. And it's a never ending story. Then the story goes on from one level to another to another. So he thinks that, marriage is the solution for happiness. A job is a solution for my happiness. After marriage, he says, children is the solution for my happiness. The whole world says we need to have children. So let us have children. एक पे वो रुकता नहीं है, बोलता है एक नहीं, दो दो तीन तीन अपने को जब, and then having 1, 2, 3 children, it goes on, and then you think about, we need to educate them. I need to have more money. I need to do this. So the need, the desires keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. So it keeps on growing and multiplying. And what is the kind of multiplication that happens? The multiplication is not happening in one direction. See, remember, the tree was growing in one direction. If you recollect, as a child, when you planted the seed, there was only one stem, isn't it? There was one single stem. Then what happened? Two leaves came out like this. Simple. एक छोटा सा झाड़ है, ऐसा. 2 leaves came out. Okay. 2 leaves. And then the 2 leaves became more. And then more. And then more. And it started, the roots started becoming very strong. It held up the entire plant. It held up the entire plant, and there were more branches, more leaves. Think, as a child, you just wanted, one Cadbury chocolate. Samjho. Now think about this. One Cadbury chocolate you wanted and somebody said, no, I can't give you. At that time the roots were sown. I will eat so many Cadbury chocolates that dekh lena tu, aage jaake.
Work for it.
Yeah, I will work hard for it. I will have hundreds of Cadbury chocolates. I will study hard. I will become big man. One small seed, udhar dal diya, bas. And then he becomes 20 years old and he becomes a graduate and a postgraduate and all those things. And then he wants to have, remember, I told you the whole story after that. He wants to become an employee. After that he wants to, okay, it doesn't stop there. His career's branch is growing in one direction. His family branch is growing in another direction. His extracurricular activities is going in one direction. Yes, sir, everything is growing. And then he says what? Oh, I got extra money. Maybe I should go in for investments. So he goes for investments. And when he goes for investments, he also takes up loans. He also takes a lot of responsibilities on the way. अच्छा, घर में काम करने का, ऑफिस में काम करने का शांति नहीं है. भाई लायंस क्लब में जाके CSR करेगा. बोला सील पटकने का काम है. लायंस क्लब में जाके कर रहा। हाँ नहीं, आई एम अ रोटेरियन ऑल्सो। अच्छा, तू रोटेरियन भी है, लायंस वाला भी है, ये भी है, वो भी, पूरा दुनियादारी का लेके बैठा है। So the tree, you know how firm it's going to become? उतना roots, उतना branches, उतना leaves. The gunas are working fantastically. They are growing by the leaps and bounds. They are growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And after many years, you know, when the tree is become very rock solid, बहुत बड़ा ट्री हो गया है, फिर बाद में वो ट्री क्या बोलता है ना, look at me, I retired, I did this, I did that in this place. मैंने एक पैसा भी किसी का खाया नहीं, मैंने जिंदगी में कभी कोई गलत काम नहीं किया। अच्छा, तेरा झाड़ को काटने वाला कौन है? You see the last line of this? Therefore, felling these people are tree, which is most firmly rooted with the formidable acts of dispassion. Where is the question of cutting down the tree? That person is passionate even at the age of 60, 70, 80. Even at the age of 80, he says, I did this. I am responsible for it. And you will meet this type of people in the gardens. You know, they roam around in the gardens, and when they get a chance to catch somebody, you know, then they will say, in the year 1965, there was no garden over here. I am the one who was responsible for getting the municipal corporation. That time the commissioner was so and so. ले कर लो बात, क्या करने का है यार मेरे को? This is 2013. बोला हटा सावन की घटा, हवा आने दे। मैं इधर आता हूँ साइकिल लड़की लोग को देखने के लिए गार्डन में, अरे ये बुड्ढा बाबा आके मेरे को 1965 का स्टोरी सुना रहा है, मेरे को नहीं सुनने का। Think about it. We have these idiots in our life. They keep on telling us something which has happened during their heydays, and the person today is not at all interested in it. What that old man or the person doesn't realize is his tree has become so strong. There is no dispassion in his life at all. He's passionate even at the age of 80. He wants to उसको वो 1947 का भी स्टोरी उसको पहनाने का इसलिए. Think. I mean, what is the need for saying something which happened then? Yet there is no dispassion in his word. So his person can never cut the tree of this life in his life ever. But Krishna says this. Therefore, you need to fell this tree. How do you fell this tree? Remember, the tree I told you is like desires, isn't it? How do you fell it? By dispassion. Why are you so passionate about some desires, some stupid desires in your world? Why are you so passionate about it? बोला सोचो, बोला एप्पल खाने का है ना, तो मैं उधर का ये नो कैलिफोर्निया से आया हुआ एप्पल खाता हूँ। कैलिफोर्निया में क्या तेरा चाचा जी ने कौन सा तो भी इधर लगा के रखा है लगता है, ऑर्चर्ड। बोला आई हैव टू यूज ऑलिव, वो कौन सा ऑयल बोलते हैं वो लोग, फर्स्ट पहली धार का वर्जिन ऑयल। बोला वर्जिन ऑयल लेके आने का है, वो कौन सा, इटाली में से लेके आने का है। बोला ऑलिव दिखता कैसा है मालूम है? मालूम नहीं, फिर भी ऑलिव ऑयल वर्जिन मांगता है। अरे उसका वो वर्जिन ऑलिव ऑयल का मतलब तो भी मालूम है? नहीं मालूम है, फिर भी नहीं मांगता है। मैं आई एम वेरी पैशनेट अबाउट इट, यू नो, आई गॉट टू टेल यू इट्स 700 रुपीज अ किलो। अरे लो 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 लो, बहुत 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 सस्ता है लगता है। बोला हम लोग तो है ना धारा खाता है। बोला 90 रुपीज लीटर आता है।
I took only in olive oil, but
Yeah.
olive oil is not supposed to be heated up.
So passionate even about these type of things. I was talking to Pai the other day. Where do the grapes come from? चिल्ली। बोला चिल्ली का ग्रेप्स तुम लोग खाते हो काय के लिए? क्या चिल्ली में कौन सा ग्रेप बन रहा है कि तुम्हारा इंडिया में नहीं मिलता है?
No, and see the age, how long they would have kept it.
Yeah.
It's old actually.
बोला केला आता है फिलीपाइंस में से, कौन सा वो, कौन सा कोई कंपनी है उसका नाम डेल मोंटी।
Toll and Del Monte.
हाँ डेल मॉन्टे का है ना आता है.
Frozen.
Yeah. That reminds me of one very beautiful story in England. बेटों को बोलो ना हंसेगा वो. फुल मॉन्टी देखा क्या? नहीं देखा? राज को ट्रैक दे देना उसको. It's a very beautiful story actually. So, what do you have to do? You have to cut these desires down with dispassion, with the acts of dispassion. You can come to me for the acts, I don't mind. I am the acts man.
Parashuram.
Padma is saying Parshuram. I can think of Hindustan liver acts.
You are the most.
Kalpana is doing Namaskara. Parshuram's acts और इधर का acts दूसरा है वो. So with the acts of dispassion, you need to cut this tree. Therefore, a man should diligently seek that supreme state, that is God, having attained to which they return no more to this world, and having fully resolved, he stands dedicated to the primordial being, God Himself, from whom the flow of the beginningless creation has progressed. We should dwell and meditate on Him. The moment dispassion comes into the picture, if you remember, the 3D starts with dispassion, isn't it? The second D stands for detachment, and the third D stands for discrimination. So the first D is what is being discussed over here. When you remove all the desires in your life, absolutely every desire in your life, you don't even need. I'm not saying that I don't want to live. That is something you better have. That desire is very important. The reason is because if you don't live, then you have to come in the next life. And this year, suppose this life you have 80 years to live, and you want to die at the age of 25. Okay. So 80 minus 25. In the next life, you have to live for that many years. And this year's whatever, this life, suppose 50 बरस समझो पकड़ो 55 बरस. वो 55 बरस का तुमको जितना टेंशन खाने का था ना, उसका 3 times वो दूसरा लाइफ में खाना पड़ेगा. क्यों? It's a multiplication factor to the power of n. So you better live in this life, no, and just go through it. And if you have some वशीला बोलेगा तो influence, your preceptor man, influence. And if you have a preceptor, then with a little influence from him, a reduction of sentence. बोला 5 बरस जेल में नहीं, 3 बरस जेल में जाएगा. जेल में तो जाना पड़ता ही है, लेकिन वो 3 बरस थोड़ा कम हो जाता है. What it means is, you learn the techniques of how to be dispassionate. You learn the techniques of how to be discriminative in these type of things. You know what is detachment. See, as far as that word detachment is concerned, or rather we were discussing just about a few hours back with Ayashri, the word that was called Vairagya. Okay? The word Vairagya is misconstrued by everybody in this world. Vairagya means everybody thinks we have to wear orange clothes and go to the jungles, make longer hairs than Brito, and not comb them at all. हाँ, ऐसा जुट्टा हो जाता है ना वो. और खाने का बोलेगा का एक कभी रोटी मिला तो खाने का, ऐसा इसको वैराग्य नहीं बोलते. वैराग्य उस चीज को बोलते हैं, कैन यू गेट आउट ऑफ योर स्टूपिड माइंड. Your mind is full of bullshit and crap, okay? Get out of that mind of yours. Get out of that mind. The Vairagya means this. Vairagya, to wear orange clothes, simply means that you got to give up everything. It means to give up the desires.
Or give up the fruits?
Yeah, fruits of action and the desires. When you give up the desires, everything, there will be no fruit only, no? So, in this he says The tree was upside down, if you recollect, and the roots had started in the Brahma, in the God. So when you cut the tree, have you ever seen a tree getting cut from the bottom, from the branch, from the stem itself, खट करके वहां से काट डाला तो क्या होता है? और झाड़ रहता ही नहीं, मर जाता है बेचारा, है ना? So you go back to the roots once again. What does it mean going back to the roots? You are going back to the same place where you started the cycle all over the place. That means in that primeval being, remember the primeval being? Going back to the primeval being, go back to God. So cutting down this fruit, okay, the desires, dispassionate. We have to become completely dispassionate. Takes the axe of dispassion and cut the tree down, and you will go back into the same place where you started. That is called the God. Therefore, a man should diligently seek for that supreme state. The supreme state is the state living with God alone, having attained to which they return no more to this world. So the person never comes back to this world again ever. And having fully resolved that, he stands dedicated to the primeval being. Correct? Now, in this, there is a small word that they have added called God Narayana. Narayana is the one who is sleeping on the, yes, on that ocean of milk. Okay, so we go back to the primeval being, from whom the flow of the beginningless creation has progressed. We should dwell and meditate on him. What does Narayana do? Yes, he only dreams. So that means in his dream he has created this character. He has created this being. If you go back to the state of Narayana, that means the dream ceases, isn't it? The ceasing of the dream happens. Which is a dream, does it leave behind any remnants? No. Suppose you are dreaming of some eating one ice cream. So do you think when you wake up the ice cream is there, when the empty cup is lying next to you, ऐसा थोड़ी है? नहीं. The what was a dream, the ice cream that you ate in the dream is actually non-existent. But in the dream it appeared so real. And by the way, if I ask you in the dream only, how does it taste? Well, then what is it that you are eating? You will say, oh, I was eating this, what is that? What is that fantastic ice cream that is there? क्या रहा है तुम्हारे कंट्री में कौन सा आता है मस्त सा एकदम? हाँ, you said something.
Häagen-Dazs.
Yes. Well, Häagen-Dazs with those nuts and the cherries and this and that. You can yeah, उसका ad में भी तुम काम करके आया.
हाँ, मुंह में अभी पानी छूट रहा है.
हाँ?
मुंह में अभी पानी छूट रहा है. अभी आइसक्रीम चाहिए, इतना गर्मी है.
वो एक्चुअली Häagen-Dazs देखने के बाद है ना, वो ad देखते रहेगा, Häagen-Dazs नहीं खाएगा. वो ad वो लोग ऐसा बनाता है. Anyway, कहने का मतलब ये कि even in your dream, if you eat some ice cream, you will remember what flavor it was also. Can you imagine how real that dream must have been? So much of an impact. So in our material world also, we are impacted by this Maya, and it makes that impact so hard on us that we believe that it happened to us. Anything in the material world, it happened to me, you will say. You know, there are rags to riches story, or there are people who have, crossed the Atlantic and ye or wo. You ask that person, कि कैसा था, and he will give you all sorts of fantastic stories. I was such a poor guy. I had no money in the world. I will tell you one story. There was one man, and he was staying in China. Okay, so when he was staying in China, उसको स्मगल करके उसका बाप ने हांगकांग लेके आया. He brought this child to Hong Kong. Smuggle करके. See, Hong Kong belonged to the Britishers, no, and at that time, and China was China, mainland China. Mainland China बोलेगा तो मेरे को खाने का याद आ रहा है. So anyway, coming back to this, so this boy was brought from there, and there he started learning little bit here and there, and he started working in one garment factory. In the early 80s and 90s, their garment factories were quite a lot in Hong Kong, isn't it? So when he worked very, very hard in garment factory, somehow he gathered some money. He gathered some few thousand pounds. What is that? Pounds बोलते हैं ना, उधर pounds था या dollars था पता नहीं. Hong Kong का
$.
हाँ, वो उसमें जमा किया. And then somebody told him you can put this money in the stock exchange. So he put money in the stock exchange, and in 1 year's time he was able to draw out profits. He made $40,000 in profit from the stock exchange, Hong Kong stock exchange. Hang Seng बोलते हैं ना उसको. Hang Seng में से उसने $40,000 का profit किया. Then what he did was, because he was working in the garment factory, he started understanding what garments were made of. So he went and with that $40,000, there was one factory which had closed down. So he bought this factory, and there he started creating garments. And he went to New York City. In the New York City, there is one restaurant. The name of the restaurant is called Giordano. So he went to this restaurant and he said, this looks like a very good name. I will take this name with me to Hong Kong and I will start a company called Giordano. And he started this company in Hong Kong called Giordano. This company went on to become one of the biggest retailers in Southeast Asia and the world now. Quite a big company. It has got 200 outlets in China. A lot in Hong Kong, Australia, you name it, everywhere in the world. एक सीट डाला था, सोचो डिजायर का, इतना बड़ा हो गया वो. You may say that destiny played a very important role, right? Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it works. You think destiny played a role. $40,000 उसको कैसा आया करके सोचेगा ना, हम लोग सोचेगा कि नहीं, बोलेगा see destiny very lucky fellow. But the same thing if you go to see the De Beers. De Beers is the company which Oppenheimer were the owners of this company. De Beers Diamonds, diamond. They were the biggest company in the world, holding 95% shares in diamonds in the world. Today, De Beers just controls 35% of the world's diamond trade. That's it. And Oppenheimer's had to sell the company. Today, it does not belong to them at all. So now you will say, अच्छा, luck नहीं है, वो unlucky है. So you will wonder, what is this lucky, unlucky, मिलता है, पैसा मिलता है, कभी नहीं मिलता है. Now come to the truth. The truth is, it is Narayana who is just dreaming the whole thing up. बोला ये आइसक्रीम का फ्लेवर कौन सा है, वो भी उसने बराबर डाला उसमें. बोला $40,000 दिया, मस्त आइसक्रीम का फ्लेवर है. बोला ओपनहाइमर्स का लाइफ में बोला यार ये तो सड़ेला कोई तो भी फ्लेवर है. दोनों आता है. और ड्रीम जब भी फिक्स हो जाता है ना, उस टाइम पे सब खत्म हो जाता है. So our life is like that. But the one who understands that all this is but a dream, he's never bothered if he gets money, he doesn't get money. If he wins the lottery, he doesn't win the lottery. Please understand, it's Narayana's dream. Why are you getting tense in Narayana's dream? उसको क्या है, वो तो आइसक्रीम का मस्त फ्लेवर बना के तेरे को खिलाएगा. बोलेगा आज ये खा, कल तेरे को मैं ना दूसरा कुछ देता हूँ. So getting this out is very important. So cut the tree of this triple tree by dispassion. Become dispassionate. Just remember that it is nothing but his dream. And why are you so getting carried away by it? Don't get carried away by it. Just now I told you these two stories. Incidentally, the story of Charles Lee, the one who started Giordano, in the year 2008, he wrote certain articles about Li Peng, the premier of China. After that, he lost literally everything. Now he doesn't own the company anymore. So now think about it.
He sold it out.
He had to sell it out. And why was that? If you would have understood that this was just a dream, he would not have bothered about it at all. Correct. So even in your material world, if you understand the truth, the gunas work within the gunas. Don't get attached to what you do. Just do because you got to do it. You understand this? Just do because you got to do it. You are there in that place. You got a lottery. Enjoy the lottery. Okay, when you lose it, lose it. Don't bother about it. Why are you getting depressed कि मेरा सब कुछ लूट गया, मैं लूट गया, मैं बर्बाद हो गया, रोना बड़ा बड़ा आंसू आ गया. तो जरूरी नहीं है. आते रहता है, आते रहता है, जाते रहता है, आते रहता है, जाते रहता है. So this, understand it's a dream. Don't get carried away by dreams. The dreams are not real. Just even Brahma, Narayana's dream is also unreal. He is only dreaming it up. So now do you understand why the roots, the tree, is eternal? Okay, why is it eternal? It is stemming from Narayana, it is not coming from anywhere else. And the leaves, the stem, remember the stem is coming out. The stem is coming out, Brahma. The leaves are coming out, desires. They are born in the Vedas. That's the framework of how karmas keep on happening, doing this, doing that, ye kar raha, wo karna. Those who are free from pride and delusions, who have conquered the evil of attachment, are in eternal union with God, whose cravings have altogether ceased, and who are completely immune for all pair of opposite going by the names of pleasure and pain, and are undeluded, attain that supreme immortal state. You need to be free from pride. Stop priding yourself that I am the son of so and so, I am the daughter of so and so, I did this in school, I did that in college, I came first. क्या करने गए? मैं ये खानदान से हूँ, हमारी परंपरा ऐसी है. बोले मेरी मुच्छी देखी क्या? अरे बोले तेरी मुच्छी देखी क्या? मैं आर्टिफिशियल मुच्छी तेरे से बड़ी लगा के देख सकता हूँ. हाँ, वो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. This is your false pride that the person lives with. And delusions. All these which I was talking about is nothing but delusion. You see, Maya creates delusions. She creates an illusion, becomes a delusion very fast by it. An illusion, okay. जैसे कि है ना, मैं है ना डेली ऐसा है ना जूस पी रहा हूँ, माया बताती है, बोला मस्त से एकदम कोका कोला या कुछ जो ऐसा मस्त से है ना एक ड्रिंक पी रहा हूँ, और फिर है ना डिल्यूजन क्या आता है, सर्दी हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा कि वो कोला पीने से सर्दी होती है. कहने का मतलब कोई ठंडा चीज पीते हैं तभी सर्दी जो हो जाती है. तो जो इल्यूजन था वो डिल्यूजन में बदली हो गया. ठीक है. Today I was reading one news. It was talking about that even if you keep on logging onto the internet, you are delusional. Your anxiety neurosis है तेरे को ये. Today one new report has come out in the market, which was American mental लोग वहाँ के उन लोगों ने डाला है report. मतलब एसोसिएशन बोला उसके लिए है ना बड़ा बड़ा मेडिसिन लिख के देगा. तो नया रिपोर्ट आया, अभी वो फॉलो करना मांगता है. उसमें ये भी लिखा है कि इंटरनेट के ऊपर तुम बैठा रहेगा ना बहुत देर तो तुमको ये डिजीज है, अगर तुमको एंजाइटी है, फलाना है, सब
Supposing somebody says, okay, there is cancer. You go read about cancer, you will think all the cancers are in you.
Yeah.
And you drop.
I mean, I'm sure, this happens with a lot of people. The moment you have some headache or some body ache, Google it and see what it says. The moment you Google and you see, oh my God, I have this A, B, C, D, A, T, S, P, C, S, A. अरे तुमको है नहीं उतना डिजीजेस है ना गूगल दे सकता
Because
है.
everything matches with some of the symptoms.
Yes, the symptoms are matching. Oh my God, I am suffering from this deficit syndrome. फलाना कितना मैंने ये गोली खाना चाहिए वो गोली खाना चाहिए.
So that's why the bottom line is technology is destructive.
So how many diseases you want, you can Google and see, and you will have. Even ऐसा बाल में ऐसा खुजाएगा ना तो बोलेगा कि है ना, please can you find out what is it that I am supposed to do. बोला ऐसा 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 नोज इज थोड़ा सा है ना पानी आ रहा है नाक में से. हम लोग बचपन में तो नाक में से वैसे भी पानी आता था. अभी गूगल करके देखेंगे तो तुमको कुछ नहीं तो 10 टाइप की बीमारियां होगी.
So पहले you used to blow your nose. Nowadays you put that thing and push it back.
Yeah.
Inhaler.
Yeah, inhaler.
And then you get up inside this. Technology again. Destructive.
So, delusion. We have conquered the evil of attachment. Krishna here uses a very beautiful word. He says it's called the evil of attachment. कोई भी अटैचमेंट दुनिया की हो, चाहे वो तुम्हारी अपनी बॉडी की हो, माइंड की हो, लोगों के साथ हो, रिलेटिव्स के साथ हो, फ्रेंड्स के साथ हो, घरदार के साथ हो, या ये एनवायरनमेंट के साथ हो, इट्स एन evil. He says, who have conquered the evil of attachment. Why is attachment so much of an evil? Why is some sort of an attachment evil? मैं अपने बच्चे के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. Have you heard these words? सब पिक्चर में बोलते.
Because it stems from possession.
Yeah. वो एक भाई दूसरा भाई को वो खाना नहीं खाता है तो वो जाके है ना चोरी करके ब्रेड लेके आता है. कितना पिक्चर में देखा है.
70s.
सब पिक्चर में यही था. मनमोहन देसाई फिल्म्स प्रेजेंट्स. So this is how it is. For somebody else, we are ready to do anything in the world. That means very simply translates into attachments can lead us to evil directly, isn't it? It makes us evil in nature. This is my mother and father. You know, एक there is one program है अमेरिका में, वो मदर का ऊपर कुछ तो भी वो है ना जोक मारने का क्या है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. माई मदर इज समथिंग समथिंग देन योर्स समथिंग, कुछ तो भी ऐसा एक प्रोग्राम है. वो गालियां देने का प्रोग्राम है यार. मैंने कभी सुना नहीं था, लेकिन हमारे इंडिया में माँ की बहन की वगैरह बोलते हैं, नो डाउट. अमेरिका में थोड़ा है ना रिफाइंड लैंग्वेज में वो लोग वही चीज बोलते हैं. अजीब लगता है कि नहीं. तो थिंक द evil of this. You remember there was one shooting in between in the school in USA. Finally the mother was asked, why is she keeping so many guns at home? Socho, can you blame the child or can you blame the mother? Whom can you blame? It's nothing but attachment. Today in the newspaper I read, you know what? That Sanjay Dutt had the AK-56 gun in his house. Why? Because he wanted to protect his family. कल से मैं भी AK-56 नहीं, मैं तो इधर टॉर्पेडोज ये सब लाके रखेगा. क्या बोलते हैं ICBM, और बोलेगा I want to protect my family, that's why I have to keep a nuclear device at home. कुछ भी बोलते हैं ये लोग. And that too, it is illegal weapon. Why do you want to keep an illegal weapon? बोला मैं रामपुरी चाकू लेके घूमता हूँ. क्या बोला 12 इंच का है ना ये. अच्छा क्यों? आई हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट माई सेल्फ। इन लोग को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए ये बड़ा बड़ा एकदम मशीन गन वगैरह लगता है। अजीब बात है। एंड जस्ट बिकॉज यू वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट योर किंग, you are going to go and turn and twist the law. But the same law is not going to be applicable to a common man. If a common man is found with an AK-47 gun in his house, that will not be for his protection. He will be called a terrorist.
He won't live in his house anymore.
But people in India are AK-46 chalta hai, 56. क्यों? He wants to protect his family. पता नहीं, कभी कभी ये अजीब लगता है, but then that is how it is, isn't it? So these are called evils. I was just explaining how the evil of attachment is there in this world like this, and are in internet union with God, whose craving have altogether ceased. Cravings, all kind of cravings that are there in this material world, they got to be ceased. You cannot have those cravings anymore. Are completely immune from all pairs of opposites, going by the names of pleasure and pain. The pair of opposites, if you remember, likes, dislikes, pleasure, pain, ये सब है ना? You have to get out of these two, and are undeluded, attain the supreme immortal state. Undeluded. I told you, delusion is the byproduct of illusion. Maya creates illusion, which puts you in delusion. So those who go beyond Maya are undeluded. So going beyond Maya, a person can become undeluded. Only when the person is become undeluded, he will attain the supreme immortal state. All this was a dream, remember? We discussed this, all this was a dream. Now when this was a dream, the moment you think that it is real, you are going to fall into the trap of Maya, which will make it real. And then when it makes it real, you will understand the taste of the ice cream also. Why do you want to get into that? Get out of it. There is no need for ice cream, there is no need for a dream also. Neither the sun, nor the moon, nor fire can illumine the supreme effulgent state, attaining to which they can never return to this world. This is my, that is my supreme abode. So, neither the sun, nor the moon, nor fire can illumine that supreme effulgent state. So, the person who has gone beyond this Maya, gone beyond this delusion, has attained my supreme state, which is brighter than the sun, the moon, or the anything in this world. And it is self-effulgent. That means it is not requiring any light from anywhere. The knowledge comes from within. It is not from anywhere outside. There was something which Padma was talking to me some time back. I did not answer her then. I would like to answer her now. You see, when the blessing is imparted, it is not that you are going to get anything from outside. It is the layer of ignorance is getting removed. See, I am doing the job of Prill, Vim and all those. I am taking one, Scotch Brite, and then I am just removing the layer of ignorance. That means who is effulgent? The person is self-effulgent. Nobody from outside can give lessons to any other person. No. The person has knowledge within. And that is what shines. And that is why the person is self-illuminated. So the God is inside of every person. People like us are nothing but polishers. We are basically diamond cutters. We just remove the layer from top. But the diamond is the person itself. Understand? So it is her, not me. I can only be a polisher. So everything is inside an individual, and there is nobody who outside who can make that thing shine. So you see this state over here. It illumines that self-effulgent state. The self, the word is important. Self effulgent means what? खुद के अपने आप से effulgence होना. Effulgence अपने आप में है. अपने आप में जो effulgence है वो बाहर शाइन करती है. It shines on its own. Doesn't require an outside light to shine. No. Knowledge is within every individual. The self is within every individual. Except that covering it up by means of soot and dust and all the past, our tendencies and karmas and all, we have forgotten who we are truly. And that is where we have to go back to the root and understand the self-effulgent state. And once you attain that world, you will never ever come back. Why? Because you have come to my
Abode.
supreme abode. Now do you remember the word abode came somewhere? You remember where this word came? Where is my supreme abode?
Golok Vrindavan.
It's called the second
Unmanifest.
Yes. Which is also my abode.
Yeah.
So I stay here. मेरा जब उधर का बुकिंग होता है तभी मैं जाके उधर रहता हूँ.
That is chapter 8, verse 20.
Yes. So that is my supreme abode. The eternal Jivatma in this body is a fragment of my own being. Correct or wrong? It's a fragment of my own being. And it is that alone which draws around itself the mind and the five senses, which abide in Prakriti. So now coming to this state. So this is my Atma, this is me. Around it, I keep on drawing around it. What is it that I draw?
So various
The
bodies.
senses. All this I keep on drawing around me. Body, mind and senses. And everything that covers me up brings in more amount of ignorance. Okay? And this is in the domain of my great friend. Or when all this put together comes into the picture, my another great friend comes into play, which is an illusory being called Maya. Maya is a power. It's a power of illusion. Please understand. She is a very powerful illusory being. Illusory being means good illusion है कि नहीं? You understand or no?
So one who removes the illusion is opposite of Maya. Counterpart. They are opponent.
Maya is this innermost being's own creation. The beauty of this is seen. See, just imagine. Have you ever seen a baby being born? How many of you have seen a baby being born? Have you ever seen how dirty it is? The muck, the dirt, the water, the bag busting, and oh my God, it's the
But Mother doesn't
dirtiest.
feel that.
That is because she is covered by Maya. She looks at this because of the senses, mind, and body, and covered in the depth. Yes, that's the whole thing. That's why he says the evil of attachment. You will not want to look at that. somebody else's child is getting delivered, no, you will say मेरे को नहीं देखने का और भाग जाएगा. खुद का चाइल्ड रहेगा ना तभी अच्छा लगता है. मैं इधर कोई भी बच्चा आता है तो बोलते देखो मंकी को लेके आया है. मंकी का all children look like monkeys, but for the mother they look like एकदम सोने का जैसा, whether it's diamond एकदम.
That's the same. That's the one thing. Sorry. That is even grow things. Each little thing is golden,
Yeah,
not black.
yeah.
It's golden.
ऐसा है. और खुद का बच्चा अपने को बहुत एकदम चिकना दिखता है, बाकी का दूसरे का बच्चा देखेगा बोले कितना बड़ा दिखता है. So this Maya is the elusive power of the Lord. It makes you look at the stupid stuff also very nice. So, the eternal Jivatma in this body is a fragment of my own being, and it is that alone which draws around itself the mind and the five senses. The five senses, mind, okay, which abides in Prakriti. This is all under the domain of Prakriti. Even as the wind wafts scents through the sea, so to the Jivatma, which is the controller of the body, etc., takes the mind and senses from the body which it leaves behind, forthwith migrates to the body which it acquires. As the wind wafts scents through the sea. You know, if you are standing over here, you will get a whiff of some nice flowers. You know, in the evening, you get the Ratarani. Ratarani is what? Night queen. अभी उसको इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं मालूम? हाँ, वो प्लांट का है ना, स्मेल आता है, मस्त स्मेल आता है. या फिर रोज गार्डन में से जाएंगे तो कैसा मस्त स्मेल आता है, आता है कि नहीं आता? The smell is carried away by the wind, isn't it? Just like, so we see, so nice. In the same way, so to the Jivatma, which is the controller of the body, taking the mind and the senses from the body which it leaves behind, forthwith migrates to the body which it acquires. Remember the story of the Jiva, the Jivatma. Did you remember? Do you remember? This becomes trapped. So the Jiva, this is trapped, is called a Jiva, and this one inside now thinks himself as a Jivatma, one who got trapped in this. It has got completely trapped. So he says, the eternal Jivatma in this body is a fragment of my own being. As if it's an imaginary object. Please understand. There is no Jivatma. Everything is Paramatma. But because of our coverings, we think we are a Jivatma which is trapped into this body. Remember, the outside is the body. Okay? It thinks it's trapped inside the senses, the body, and this. So, taking the mind and the senses from the body which it leaves behind, forthwith migrates to the body which it acquires. The body is always acquired. That means it is like a bottle. The bottle is acquired. Same way. You are acquiring a body. So every time when a person says, I am born in the year 19 something, or 2010, about which year? 2009. बोला अभी 3 बरस का ही हो गया, 3.5 बरस. So you have acquired a body. That means the body is not yours, isn't it? See, you acquire some property. Tomorrow your children will come away and take away your property, or your brother or sister or somebody takes it away. तो बोला वो साला चोरी करके लेके गया. Yes or no? In the same way, the body is an acquired object. It is not you. So please do not mistake the body as you. It believes I am the body. So the Jivatma gets trapped inside this body. It is while dwelling in the sense of hearing in the sense of hearing, sight, touch, taste, and smell, as well as the mind, that this Jivatma enjoys the object of the senses. The Jivatma dwells. If you remember, going to the senses, I had drawn that thing, goes to the senses, enjoys it, and then robs it. Mind robs it, isn't it? Remember Vipularasam in which we did this? So let us say, for example, with our eyes, we are watching a very nice scenery. Oh, very beautiful. The lake is beautiful. There is a mountain over there. There is a small boat inside. डाल लेक में खड़े हैं हम लोग और एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. आई से देखा, वहां पे फूल है, फूल सूंघ रहे हैं. All this is getting enjoyed. Enjoyment is happening in the senses. By this Jivatma, it is keeping on enjoying it. When there is an enjoyment, what happens? It is getting trapped further and further and further. So while dwelling in the senses of hearing, sight, touch, taste, and smell, as well as in the mind, that this Jivatma enjoys this object of senses. The object of senses are being enjoyed by vision, by hearing, by taste. You remember all these are there? The mind came through. The mind is the organ which enjoys it. Remember, mind is what I said, it's a vessel, but it is also that which is the enjoyer.
Makes you feel.
Yes. The ignorant know not the soul departing from or dwelling in the body or enjoying the object of senses. One line before this we said, no? Acquiring the body. So the body is not you. You are the soul in it. Correct? You are that Atma in it, right? But the ignorant have no clue about this. They think they are the body. The ignorant know not the soul departing from or dwelling in the body or enjoying the object of senses. So the ignorant think, I enjoyed this, I did this, I did that. सब वो बोलते रहते हैं ना. Who is this I? They think the I is the body. So I watched this movie, I had this ice cream, I went for a walk. So many things we keep on saying. I acquired this money. ये मेरी मेहनत की कमाई है. बोलने वाले हैं कि नहीं? हाँ? तो ये सब आए चला आता है. Even when it is connected with the three gunas, only those endowed with the eyes of wisdom are able to realize it. Only those people who are endowed with this
Wisdom.
eyes of wisdom, those who can see beyond the body. Remember the inverted tree? Go beyond, cut it with the axe of dispassion. Go to the roots. The roots are in the dwelling of Narayana. Correct? Narayana is constantly in the state of dreams. Understand this, the whole life is nothing but a dream. Why are you getting carried away by the dream? Yes, the dream appears real because you can even taste that, the taste of the mango also you can taste.
Because you identify with the body.
Yes. So get over this and finally you will reach my abode. When you get over it, you will reach my abode. But if you get trapped in this, you are going to be under the control of Maya. Prakriti makes you feel like that. Once you get trapped in it, you are going to continuously keep on getting born again and again and again. And ignorance. You will think that I am the enjoyer, I am the one who is facing a problem. Enjoyer doesn't mean enjoy अच्छा होता है. बुरा भी होता है, उसको भी enjoyment ही बोलते हैं.
Enjoy and suffer.
Yes, the suffering is also a part of the enjoyment only. Because it is between likes and dislikes, between the two pair of opposites, remember. So, we will end over here. Okay? Because it is 20 ka chapter, so we can stop over here. Alright? Any questions? So, Bitto, Chantil, Raj, you're writing a lot, I think. You have any questions? Aparna, any questions?
No, go.
Okay. Then I shall take your leave and you have a very good evening.